So 3 days ago, I uploaded a video about why you're not gaining muscle, why you're plateauing in your strength training, hypertrophy training. And I talked about intensity, and I want to touch on that point again because that video was pretty short because I was talking in between my set. I didn't want to interrupt my workout too much, so I just made it like a 2 minute 30 video. So I want to touch on that again and talk a little more details about what I wanted to say in that video, what you actually need to increase your intensity and what you actually, the mindset you actually need to progressively overload. So I want to quickly talk about my story. I started strength training around 2 years ago. So I started taking strength training seriously in April of 2022. Right now it's January of 2024. And in the beginning, I made a little bit of progress thanks to newbie gains. But for around 1 year and a half, I've been stagnating, not growing at all. I thought, oh yeah, it's because I stopped bulking. I'm not bulking anymore. That's why I'm not gaining strength anymore. And of course, bulking is extremely important to gain muscle and strength. Bulking is very, very, very important. But I also thought to myself, yeah, maybe there's something else that's making me plateau. Because even if I'm not bulking, I should at least be gaining a little bit of strength. But then I just ignored it. I just said, oh yeah, fuck it. I said to myself, yeah, strengthening is not my focus anymore, because yeah, strength training is not really my focus anymore. Right now, I'm not in the phase of my life where strength training is my focus. I'm focused more on business right now. But recently, 2 weeks ago, I was in the middle of a push workout, and I was doing dips. And I did the amount of reps that I did last week, the same amount of reps that I did last week. And then I also tried to do one last rep. And I thought I would fail because last week and all the weeks before that, I did, I think, 3 reps, and then the 4th rep I failed on dips. So yeah, you can see I was still pretty weak for someone who's been training for 2 years. Totally honest. And I tried to do a 4th run, but knowing that I would fail, something I wanted to treat to failure. And something just made me just stick in the middle of the last rep that I was supposed to fail. And I pushed it, and I kept pushing it, even though I wasn't coming back up. I kept pushing it. And then I managed to do the 4th one. And I tried to do the 5th one, and I managed to do that one too. That's when it clicked for me. I realized I thought I was training to failure. Just because I was failing the last rep, it doesn't mean my body was actually failing. It's just that I wasn't pushing that last rep enough. I still had 2-3 reps in the tank. Even though I'd invested a few weeks before on increasing my training intensity, I wasn't training hard enough. I really thought I was training hard enough. It was, I made a video a few months ago saying, oh yeah, try this method to increase the intensity of just doing one set of exercise and then really pushing it. I thought I learned there to train to my limit. I wasn't training to my limit. Recently, in the last 2 weeks, I've gained strength like never before. Like, I'm not lying. I've been gaining strength like never, even while I was bulking, and I didn't gain strength this fast. So in the last 2 weeks, I went from 4 reps on dips to yesterday, my last workout yesterday, I did 9 on my first set and 6 on my second one. Oh no, I did 8. Yeah, I did 8 on my first set, I think. Okay, I will just quickly look at it right now. And dips with good form, when you leaning forward, not just staying up straight, really leaning forward to really focus on my chest. Yeah, 8 reps on dips, which I'm pretty proud of, because I hadn't been gaining strength that much. But now in the last few weeks, in 2 workouts or 3 workouts, I went from 5 on dips to 8. It makes me really, really proud. Really learn to push yourself. And one extra tip, go with each and every one of your set with your goal rep in mind, like ingrain in your mind, what am I trying to achieve in this set? How many reps do I want to do in this set? And really have it ingrained in your mind and be like, yeah, go in there with a mission. Every single set, have that goal rep in your mind. And that goal rep should be one more rep in comparison to last week. But really have that rep in your mind and be like, okay, I'm not going to let this weight go until I do it. I'm not going to let go until I do it. I'm going to push every single one of those reps until I manage to do that last rep. And if I still have something in the tank after that last rep, I'll do even more. Have a goal rep in your mind before every set. Really, and it should be one more in comparison to last week. And of course, some weeks, some days, maybe you will fail. Some days, maybe we're not gonna be able to progressively overload. Maybe. But try every single week, because some week you might not be able to do. Now, some week you're gonna be able to add 2 more reps to one exercise. Sometimes 3 more reps to one exercise. And you see, yeah. So really, you have to intentionally progressively overload. Go with every set with a goal rep with a rep goal in mind, and intentionally progressively overload. Don't like expect to feel that, like to feel stronger and then be like, oh yeah, do I feel stronger today? Oh yeah, I feel a little bit stronger, so I'm gonna do 1 more rep. No, it's not about feeling stronger. Progressively overload is like a loop. You get stronger so you can progressively overload, but you also need to progressively overload to get stronger. It's like a loop. So you need to intentionally progressively overload. Don't just think that it's a passive thing. Have the intention to progressively overload in your own mind. It's not out of your control, but you need to really push it. And it's fucking scary. For the first time in my life, before every set, I'm kind of like, scared. I'm kind of like, before every set, I have to kind of lock in, because every set has a mission. Every set, there's a goal in mind. And that goal is still going to be easy to achieve. That's why I'm kind of scared. That's why I'm kind of be like, I'm kind of entering a kind of a zone before every set. I wouldn't call it a zone, but yeah, I kind of lock in. I have to kind of focus. I don't play around before a set. Maybe before the set, I'm kind of vibing to the music. But then, when I stand up and I get ready to do the set, I'm not just playing around anymore, because I know I have some intention for that set. So be more intentional with every single set, and don't ever go into a set without having a rep goal in mind. And our rep goal should be 1 more rep on that exercise in comparison to last week, on that certain set in comparison to last week. Even if you're not going to feel stronger in any way, but you are, if you stimulate your muscle enough, you are. And you need to kind of see progressive overload as this active thing that you have to do, not this passive thing in your mind. I actually think of progressive overload just like this passive thing that has to feel stronger in the set to be able to progressively overload. No, you have to intentionally progressively overload, intentionally try to do more, intentionally go into that set with that rep goal in mind. And that rep goal should be 1 to 2 reps more in comparison to last week. The reason why you're not gaining strength recently is probably just because of intensity. Let's really take it seriously. I plateaued for 1 year thinking, oh yes, because I'm not bulking. Even if you're not fucking bulking, you should be able to gain at least a little bit of strength, especially when you're not an elite lifter. If you're an elite lifter, you've been training for 20 years, maybe you're not going to be able to gain strength while not bulking. And even there would still gain strength, but very slowly. I wasn't gaining strength at all. Even though I sound like I had bad genetics, I have pretty good genetics. And over this last 2 weeks, I'll say 1.5 weeks, I've been gaining strength like I've never thought I could. Because I've been going into each set with an intention, each set with insane focus and intensity, each set with a goal in mind, each set with a ingrained rep goal in mind. Being like, yeah, that's my goal today. That's my goal for the set. Never going into a set like just passively being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with the flow and go with how I feel. No, there's a goal in my mind, and I go and do it. Go into each set with a goal ingrained in your mind and make it happen. Go in there with insane intensity. And if you do this, you're gonna notice that you're gonna be a little bit more anxious before every set. And that's okay. That's actually good. Because if you're not like kind of anxious and don't have to like kind of pause before a set, you don't have to kind of be like breathe before a set, you're probably not training hard enough. If you're not, you don't have to like kind of think about your life before a set. If you can just go from dancing to instantly pick up a weight and then start doing your set, you're probably not training hard enough. But if you have to like kind of look into your wall or look into the ground and just think and just kind of have to lock in before every set, yeah, that's when you know the intensity is high enough. So yeah, don't want to feel discomfort, chase it.